Bonjour Year 8, and today your focus will be on the future tense, le futur. Here's a list of equipment you need for today's lesson. You'll need the exercise book that the school gave you, a pen and a ruler, your knowledge organiser for Module 6, which is available on class charts, and also wordreference.com to look up any vocabulary that you are unfamiliar with. Pause to get that ready now and press play to move on. Email me if you've got any questions about the learning today, and here's my email address. And also I want to see that you're maintaining neat and accurate notes as well as completing tasks that show your own use of the language that you've been learning with Mrs. Turner. So when you see this camera icon, take a photo of the task ready to submit it to class charts. Merci.
Copiez la date mardi 7 juillet et le titre. Cette année, on va aller chez mes grands-parents. This year, we're going to go to my grandparents' house. And also write down the objective to use the future tense to say what you're going to do. Pause to do that now.
Now for your do now, I would like you to copy down the phrases and complete the blanks by filling in the correct auxiliary verb. So this is either going to be a part of avoir, if it's an irregular verb, or être, if it is a verb of movement. Okay, so you can consult your notes if you need to. If you don't want to, then that's great. Go ahead and try and do it without. Okay, numéro 1, j'ai mangé, I ate. 2, nous sommes allés, we went. Okay, so to go is a verb of movement, so we're using the verb être as an auxiliary here. 3, mon frère a fait, my brother has done or my brother did. And this is an irregular verb that takes avoir. Je suis monté, I went up. Okay, and to go up is a movement, so we use the verb être, so it's je suis. And 5, nous n'avons pas travaillé. So to work takes avoir, so nous n'avons pas travaillé. Well done, Year 8. I'm now going to pass you on to Mrs. Turner to have the rest of the lesson with her. Merci, au revoir.
Activité 1. Listen to and follow the grammar explanation on screen. I would really like you to listen carefully, so put down your pens and just follow what you're hearing and what you're seeing. Today we're looking at the future tense, and in particular the near future tense, to say what is going to happen, usually used for things that are happening relatively soon, not things that are far into the future. The formation involves 3 parts, which are the pronoun, who is doing the verb, je, tu, il, elle, or maybe someone's name like Madame Turner or mon ami or mon frère. You would then use the correct part of aller, to go, followed by the infinitive of the verb that's going to happen. Let's see what that looks like. So pronoun. Correct part of aller, and any infinitive that's going to happen. For example, je vais jouer. Literally, I am going to play. Another one, je vais manger. I am going to eat. Another example, nous allons sortir. We are going to go out. So it's really important that you know your pronouns and that you know the verb aller. Activité 2. Now that you've heard me explain the formation of the future tense, I'd like you to copy the information into your book, maintaining clarity by organising your page as I've suggested on screen. You do need space for the English, the pronoun, the correct part of aller, and of course, a list of infinitives to choose from. Take 5 minutes Pause the video now. Activité 3. Follow the link provided in class charts to complete the online activities. Please note, I do not want you to complete activities 1, 4 or 12. This is because they just don't practice the formation of the future tense, which is what we're doing here. Spend 10 minutes to complete as many of the tasks as you can. Remember to click Vérifie to check your answers after each activity. Pause the video and go to Languages Online now. Activité 4. Read the text and then complete the tasks. Your first task is to copy and complete this grid by filling in all the examples of the future tense from the text. I have done one for you. So one of the examples of the future tense using I am going to do something is je vais parler. I am going to speak. So then I've written it in here, je vais parler, copied from the text, and I've translated to English. I'm going to speak. Note that you're not using all the pronouns, it's just I, he and she, we, and they. You have 10 minutes to read this text and complete the grid. Pause the video now. Bon travail, Year 8. I wonder whether you managed to spot them all. Let's check your answers. So in the I column, things that I'm going to do, je vais parler, I'm going to speak. Je vais faire, I'm going to do. Je vais sortir, I'm going to go out. Je vais partir, I'm going to leave or I'm going to go. Je vais rester ici, I'm going to stay here. Note that rester does not mean rest, it means stay. So check your work carefully and make a change if you need to. Je vais manger, I'm going to eat. Je vais passer, I'm going to spend time, not money. Je vais jouer, I'm going to play. Je vais retourner, I'm going to go back or I'm going to return. In the he, she, it column, you should have had ça va être, it's going to be. This was repeated a few times. It's such a handy phrase for saying, giving your opinion on how something's going to be. Ça va être ennuyeux, it's going to be boring. Ça va être génial, it's going to be great. Ça va être intéressant, it's going to be interesting. So if you're going to learn one off by heart, I really do recommend that being a phrase that you learn. What else for he and she? Mon frère ne va pas venir. My brother's not going to come. Il va travailler. He's going to work. Il va gagner. He's going to earn money. Okay, there were lots of we verbs because most of it was about what the person's going to do with their family. Nous allons aller. We're going to go. Notice it might seem a bit weird for you to say to aller twice, but this middle one is we are going, and then the last one is the to go part. So nous, we, allons, are going, aller, to go. Nous allons manger, we're going to eat. Nous allons visiter, we're going to visit. Nous allons apprendre, we're going to learn. Nous allons voir, we're going to see. Nous allons tous étudier. We are all going to study. That tout is all. You don't always have to use it. Lastly, were some they verbs. So, les vacances scolaires, the holidays, they, vont commencer. They are going to start. Mes parents vont travailler. My parents are going to work. Mes grands-parents vont venir. My grandparents are going to come. Check your work carefully. Make sure you have all three parts of the verb each time. This task is then going to serve as a kind of bank of correct future tense verbs for you to choose from when you do your own piece of writing. Activité 5. Find the French in the text and write both the English and French into your book. I've done one for you. For example, tomorrow, you can find it in the text. It is demain. Take 5 minutes, pause the video now. Here come your answers. 1. Tomorrow, demain. 2. Next week, la semaine prochaine. 3. Next month, le mois prochain. 4. In August, en août. Notice that these first four are future tense time phrases. 5. After, après. 6. Then, puis. 7. There, là. 8. It's going to be, ça va être. 9. As usual, comme d'habitude. 10. I think, je crois. 11. So, alors. 12. All summer, tout l'été. 13. Every day, tous les jours. 14. I'm going to spend hours. Je vais passer des heures. Mark your work carefully, fill in any blanks that you had, make any changes necessary. Activité 6. Translate the sentences into English. All the sentences come from this middle section of the text. Starting here, nous allons aller en Espagne, and ending here, je crois. Take 10 minutes, pause the video now. Maintenant, les réponses. 1. Nous allons aller en Espagne où nous allons visiter une ville très historique qui s'appelle Grenade. We're going to go to Spain where we're going to visit a very historic town called Granada. 2. Là, nous allons apprendre un peu sur l'histoire de la ville. Nous allons voir des monuments et nous allons manger beaucoup de tapas, bien sûr. There, we're going to learn a bit about the history of the town, we're going to see some monuments, and we're going to eat lots of tapas, of course. 3. Mon frère ne va pas venir avec nous parce qu'il va travailler tout l'été au supermarché. My brother's not going to come with us because he's going to work all summer at the supermarket. 4. Il va gagner beaucoup d'argent, mais ça va être vraiment ennuyeux, je crois. He's going to earn lots of money, but it's going to be really boring, I think. So there you have a few examples of how to write some more extended sentences, which in fact just use quite simple vocabulary that you already know. Each sentence has more than one example of the future tense in it as well.
Bon travail, Year 8. Great work. Please email me if you've got any questions about the activities in today's lesson with Mrs. Turner, and here's my email address. Please also remember to submit your work onto class charts as soon as you can after the lesson, and certainly within 2 days to get a well-deserved achievement point. Merci, au revoir.